What's up, guys? Welcome to a Savage Gaming Podcast. I'm a Savage Kev.
I'm Paul.
I'm Shane. Chasing beers with beers.
But I don't have a
Cheers!
Imagine that beer.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Gonna do something a little different this week, guys. We're just gonna sit here and talk to each other and ask each other questions about gaming. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
This is one that's always got me because I think about it a lot. But like, what do you guys think some of your worst habits are as far as playing games? Like I notice I rush too much. Like I'll just get to a point where if a part's tough and like I die a lot, I'll just be like, I want to get through it so bad that I just start rushing and making even more mistakes, and it's just like kind of. I don't know, man. It ruins like the whole experience because then you just get like you're never gonna do better. You just gotta walk away for a while. But that's like one of the worst habits that I have. Like I can't stop doing it.
I'm certainly guilty of that, especially in games that are just difficult, like whether they be platformers and stuff. But I caught myself doing it the most and really upsetting myself the most when I was playing games like Neo or Dark Souls 3 or something like that, where it's like you need patience, a strategy, a plan, and do not stray from that. One impulse decision could screw up everything you've just done. And like I caught myself, I get pissed off and I'd immediately like, I got this. Then an hour later, I'm ready to punch through someone's face, and I've gotten no further, and I'm playing worse than I ever did the whole day. Like,
yeah, I've actually done that on those types of games, to where I'll start doing stupid shit like I'll die on enemies that shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to fight this fucking guy again. I'm like, all right, and then you just make a mistake and he just fucks you up, and you're like, I lost all my shit. All my souls are gone.
You lost everything on that, and that's when you lose it. That's when you really lose it. Yeah, I've been there a bunch. I think my worst thing though is It's probably that I stop caring about side quests until I'm almost done with the game, and then I want to go back and do them because I feel like I'm wasting money by not playing parts of the game available to me.
Yeah.
And then I'll get sidetracked by a new game that came out and I'll just never finish the game. Like that happens to me a lot.
That's my biggest thing. My biggest it's I play a game until another game comes out, and then I'll totally forget about that game, whether it be really good or really bad. But then I like to be a completionist, and be like, try to finish it. So I'll go back and try to play it, and I don't know any of the controls.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on, so you force yourself to start from the beginning.
Yeah.
If you start from the beginning,
I do that.
If you didn't finish it the first time, and if you start from the beginning, you're not going to finish it the second time. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, it's like you just get frustrated at that point.
I like the options of all the games that come out, but it's for me, it's too many options.
Well, I think there's that thing that exists where you you do that game or like that part of the game, and then you play it so close to each other. It's like it's the repetition is like still there, and you're like, fuck, I got to do this again. Or like a part sucks that's coming up, and you know how much you don't like it, and then it's like you're talking yourself in. You're like, all right, like I'll do it, but after a while, you're like, oh, I hated that part so much, and I really don't want to do it, and then you kind of quit around the same fucking part that you quit the last time.
Yep. Done that plenty of times. I guess I'll throw out the second question. Let me see here. I got them written down. All right, yeah. What was the dumbest game or worst game or just whatever? Like, insert negative adjective. Word or game you played way too much time on. Like something that was just like there's no reason for this game to exist, or it was just a bad game or something you hated, but you did not stop playing it for so long.
Oh my goodness.
No.
I gotta think about that one.
While y'all think, I'll say mine. It was a game for Sega CD called Crisscross Make My Video.
What? Like the Crisscross, like the rapper?
Yes.
Great. Okay.
And basically, Sega's got them 3 buttons, A, B, C. And there was different parts of different music videos assigned to those buttons, and you pick a song, and then hit the button to make a different video play. So you built your own music video and then watched it.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I did it way too much when Sega CD came out because it was like, at the time, it blew my mind that I was watching real music videos that I created almost.
That's crazy.
Like, it blew my mind that was a possibility. And thinking back on it, I was like, that is the dumbest fucking game that's ever existed. Like, there's no reason for that.
It's funny that yours is about music videos because mine is, I believe it was on PlayStation 1, but it was MTV Music Generator.
I
And
don't think I've seen
basically,
that.
it was the first ever garage band. Okay,
Okay.
they had techno, they had bass, they had house, they had genres of electronic music, and you would have like a drum loop, and some synth, and all you would do, you would paste, dude. I think I put it onto like a receiver and I put it on a cassette, and I had like 12 songs of techno songs that I made, and I found it like years back and I listened to it. I was like, oh god, it's garbage.
Subsequent question. What was your DJ name?
DJ Make.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Because Make is poo, and I thought it was funny because I think one of my friend's grandma, when the dog had to go poo, she would go, oh, you want to go out and make? And I thought that was funny, and at the time, I had DJ Make, DJ Make on the ones and twos.
So you would make music that was basically make music.
Yes.
I get it.
I put together other people's riffs, and thought I was cool.
Isn't
Yeah.
that what most DJs do?
Yeah.
It's pretty much, yeah, that game. I don't know, dude. I don't even know how to answer that.
That's a great question.
Yeah, it is. It's like I'm kind of stumped on it. Like immediately, I didn't even think about older games. Like for whatever reason, I was just thinking about current games that I play, and I'm like, man, in general, I've played Nintendo. I'm sure I've played numerous fucking games that were just horrid, and you just keep going and going, but like nothing sticks out. And then, it's like with the newer games, I find these really simple games, like shit like that BMX Plus game or whatever.
That shit's fun.
It's fun, but it's just like I don't know why I put so much time into it. It's like after a while, you just kind of do all of the same tricks over and over and the same tracks over and over. But I've played it like insane amounts of times.
Yeah. That's
So I
like
don't
trials.
And I do that with a lot of games.
I'm terrible at the Trials game. It's fun though.
Yeah. No, all those BMX, like the BMX Plus and Trials, I'll sit there and play that shit.
I played Trials a while, but I haven't touched it in a really long time. It's fun though.
I'll throw one out. What's your highest gaming achievement?
Son of a bitch.
And not achievement like you get on Xbox with a trophy.
No, just like the moment that made you the happiest. You're like, I fucking did this.
Right.
I guess mine would have to be, and even though I feel like I cheated, I did what was well within the game's systems. But when I beat Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
And granted, I feel like I cheated because I didn't beat the final boss. I summoned a non-playable cooperative character and a human character, and went in with a crew of 3 people to fight that final boss, and still almost didn't make it.
You crewed up, man. Ain't nothing wrong with crewing up. If you got the crew, man, go beat some ass.
Technically, I got the closing credits and everything, but I did not earn them.
No, you earned that shit, dude. You got to them.
No.
I mean, shit. Yeah, I haven't even attempted Dark Souls.
I did. I played it for a while.
Yeah.
Didn't finish it.
No.
Great games. They'll fuck your world up, man.
I don't know. I do that one. I mean, I'm still kind of riding high about that Cuphead achievement.
Yeah.
Like beating King Dice without taking a hit. Like, I'm still kind of riding high on that guy.
That is up there.
And it might not be the best one ever, but it's still fresh, and I'm still proud of it.
It's fucking impressive, man.
Like, I didn't even realize that was happening. I was just like in crisis mode, and I'm like, it happened.
It took me a while to beat King Dice, and I beat him when I beat him like 6-7 turns in, and I wasn't even thinking about not getting hit. Like when you showed me that, I was like, wow.
It took me a day to beat him. I don't know how many times I died, and most of it wasn't even fighting him; it was getting to him.
To him, yeah.
No.
They did him great with the forward and the dice and everything.
Yeah, I really liked that. That was cool.
Mine is me and a buddy played Contra when they re-released it on Xbox 360, and we had got all the achievements except for one, and it was beat the game in under 12 minutes. And me and my buddy Jesse did it, and we tried, and finally we got the achievement for beating it, Contra, in under 12 minutes.
That's right.
We screamed and yelled, and man, I think we drive to each other and we just gave each other a hug and kiss, like, good job. It was just one of those moments, man.
That's incredible. That game is so like you have to be pinpoint accurate at all times, or it's not going to work out for you.
But I mean,
the whole thing in under 12 minutes. That's impressive.
And then the jump and dodge situation, and it's just, you got to be so perfect.
Dozens of runs, and just finally one time it worked.
Yeah, panned out. Yeah, that's amazing, dude.
You know.
Let's see. I got a question. As far as like shooters and I guess even slash 'em up games, like what is your like the weapons you prefer? Like as far as like what type of gun, or if you have like the option where you can have some huge axe or like a fucking sword, like where you as far as like where you're at with that.
I'm always down for a solid pistol in a shooter. I mean, you can't go wrong with a solid pistol. Like Halo, I still think Halo, the pistol is one of the strongest weapons, in the game. I'm not too much on like the 3-round burst automatic.
See, I don't like those so much either.
I'm more of a
if it's really accurate, I could roll with it. Yeah.
I'm not good with snipers. A really melee wise and everything. I mean, you can't go wrong with like a two-handed. Just big old broadsword, cut some motherfuckers in half and shit,
Yeah.
But also, I like playing with like mages and stuff, like a magic staff is always.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even kind of considering that, but yeah, I usually do that too. Mostly because you get projectile attack.
I love projectiles too.
I'm a fan. Yeah.
I highly disagree with your double-handed weapon situation because I don't like being slowed down. I like to be able to dodge in and out quickly, and I don't care if it does less damage. I want to get in, roll a combo, and then get the hell back out. Like I don't want to be mid-swing and then just get slapped. That bothers me. I'm terrible with slow characters like that.
I am as well. Yeah.
So as far as shooters though, like with Destiny and whatnot, like I like to play scout rifles. They're very accurate, not burst fire, but you can get as many bullets off as you can pull the trigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like those in Destiny. I played those a bit, but I always like assault rifles.
Can't go wrong
you get some distance. I like snipers. Like I use snipers a lot. I like shotguns. Like I'm a fucking shotgun guy. Like I'm that dude. I'm like we're in this little baby house. Like I want a shotgun. If you pop up around the corner, like I want a shotgun blast you. Super effective.
I go for a medium to long range. I'm using a scout rifle or something similar, and then for close range, I want an SMG. And
I do like SMGs.
Spray fast at your head.
Yeah, see, I like shot. Like I'm the dude that chooses a shotgun over an SMG.
Yeah. I like SMGs.
Yeah.
Little quickies. Paul, what you got next, baby?
I'm gonna save my silly one for last.
I can't wait.
I'm so curious about it.
I can't wait for this silly one, man.
What do you think is the best soundtrack in any game ever?
Wow.
I mean, that's it could be original soundtrack. It could be just music put into a game. Like everybody loved Thug 2. Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Everybody had that game. Everybody loved it. Everybody enjoyed the soundtrack.
It's a good soundtrack.
But there's also like say Mario or Sonic or like anything. Just
I'm gonna go Saints Row 3.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, like the radio stations.
Yeah, the metal station was superb in Saints Row 3.
Yeah, we had friends on that. My friends at Godor. Yeah, they were in that game. Yeah,
it's awesome. Better than me. I'll go on. It's Saints Row 3 for me.
Yeah, I actually didn't come up with an answer myself for this. I was torn between Super Mario World and Slain Back from Hell that recently came out.
I haven't. I don't know anything about that.
It's straight up like they did like 16-bit sounding music or whatever, but it's metal as shit.
Oh, nice. Nice.
It's just awesome.
Nice. Yeah, Doom kind of hit that early on. They kind of did that. It was pretty metal, for what it was. I don't know, a game that sticks out to me as far as that goes. Did y'all play that Metal Gear Rising game?
The one where you play as it's more like ninja style.
Yeah,
you play as the different characters. Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it a lot actually.
For some reason, dude, the boss fights on that game and the music that they use for them, like I've always kind of remembered it feeling really epic.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think it was a great game. Be honest, I didn't really like it that much. But I remember doing those boss fights and just something about the music they used. It really worked with like the feel of that fight, and it kind of made it feel special. I really dug that.
I enjoyed that game.
As far as gaming music, like it is super important. You know, mine was like a soundtrack of bands, you know, stuff like that. But as far as like, you know, what y'all are talking about, like in-game music, like it's so important, man. Like Ori,
it sets the
beautiful
tone.
music, yeah,
Ori, yes,
yeah, music is very important. You know, it really is. What's the saddest moment that you had to go through in gaming?
Shit, I know I could think of one better than this if given enough time, but this fucked me up. Is the opening of The Last of Us.
Dude, he told me about that question at work, and like that was the first thing I said.
It really was.
So like I'm just gonna immediately agree, dude.
Yeah, that was that was tough.
Yeah, I mean that to me, man, that was like it breaks your heart in like the first fucking 5 minutes you have it on, and you're like, God damn, dude, like now I gotta kill everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that was one of my favorite games of all time. It's up there in my top.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite games of all time, and a lot of it's because of the way it toys with your emotions, the way that did. Like you just start the game, you're like, oh, this is what the game's gonna be like. Okay, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, it's like, damn, dude lost his daughter, man.
Yeah, man, it's bad.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's bad.
Yeah, I think it's just, I was hoping you didn't say it, but I don't know. That one really seemed obvious to me.
Yeah.
I think for all three of us that's up there. I gotta throw in Town of Light. I played it, and it's a true story about this poor chick that pretty much at the end gets a lobotomy, and you go through like her diaries and you see him do like the whole lobotomy thing, and it was a really boring game because it was a walking simulator, but goddamn, it was sad.
Yeah.
That sounds like something real sad. I'm glad you mentioned all that because now I won't play it.
Yeah, I mean it's
because I was interested in it by the trailer and like the description of what it was supposed to be about, because they don't mention all that. They're like, oh, it's set in this time at this location, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, I get it. Sounds cool.
I liked him on Facebook, and I remember messaging him after I beat it. I was like, man, guys, you know, really good job. You know, it was a real like an emotional roller coaster. So I got him, you know, friends on Facebook, and they post like this depression awareness shit. So like it was all for like a charity. For like, you know, the depression and everything. So I mean that's great, you know. And like I said, it was a walking simulator, but if you're into that kind of stuff, if you want to, you know, kind of look at the wall and cry a bit, Town of Light, you know.
Get after it. Well, all right, I'm gonna try to like bring the mood back up here. That got real weird and depressing for me for a minute. But, like what was the most powerful you've ever felt playing a game? Like as far as your character, you just felt like indestructible in that moment. And I hope you go big with it, because Kevin and I kind of have the same answer on this one as well.
I don't know, man. Like that's a really tough question. Shit, I don't know.
All right, I'll tell you mine, and I guess Kevin and I will just both explain why we like it so much. We talked about this earlier today, but the beginning of Force Unleashed when you're playing as Vader.
Yes,
dude, that moment, man. Like, that's the most powerful I've ever felt in a game, dude. You're just grabbing trees and just tossing them to the side, just choking dudes up and throwing them all over the place. And, dude, yeah, like, I don't know why, man. That's it for me.
That I did have the ultimate combination of materia in my Final Fantasy VII character. I did beat Ruby and I did beat Emerald Weapon. And at the time when I did it in high school, I was the only one in our high school that I knew of that beat it. And still to this day, it's the only person that, you know, I'm the only person that's ever beaten it that I know. But yeah.
That reminds me, at least that little story you just told reminds me of Mega Man. This isn't going to be my answer, but the Mega Man RPG game that was on PlayStation 1 or 2 or whatever. What was it called? But
Missile Command, I think.
Or Mission Command. Or
Missile Command.
Yeah, but it was that, and like there was a part like post-game content where you went and fought the same boss 9 or 10 times in a row, and it got crazy harder every time.
Yeah.
I made it all the way to the second to last version before I couldn't do it anymore, and I don't know anybody else that's done that. Like personally, I don't know anybody else that's done that. So that felt great.
That was a good game.
But, and I mean, this answer is going to sound ridiculous, but like it's a personal thing. in RPGs, I don't like fighting every fight, like turn-based RPGs, I should say. I don't like having to fight every fight all the time or whatever. It slows down the progress of the game. It gets really repetitive and boring after a while. So, in the Mario series of RPGs, once you get powered up enough, you could just like hit an enemy and they die. Or whatever. It's like, and you sort of feel like God. You're like, you don't have to worry about dodging fights anymore or anything like that. It's like, no, I'm just gonna go over here. Bam, you're done. Get out of my way. Like, that feels great.
Yeah.
Because it changes the way you play that game almost once you get to that point. So like, you feel super powerful because you're like, oh, I'm not worried about this anymore. It just does it.
Nice.
Yeah. No, I agree with that everything you just said, because you do hit those games that you're like, fuck, man, it's like I want to play more, but I'm like tired of like piddling around with these bullshit fights.
Mm-hmm.
Go for the big ones.
Yeah, and it gives you that option. It's like, fuck off.
You get considerably less XP by doing it that way, but you also don't have to stop and take every fight that comes around.
Right.
So,
that's why sometimes in RPGs...
Yeah, but a lot of those, you don't get much XP anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they really don't matter. Like, you're not gaining enough to deal with it over and over.
I'll go around them in an RPG. You know, if I'm leveled up and I don't feel like fighting, I'll go around them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I try to walk in a straight line, and if someone's in my way, I'm just like, jump on them and keep moving.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way, too. It's like, I'm just going to move forward and just deal with whatever I need to, I guess.
All right, Paul, what you got, baby?
How many are we doing? 3 or 4?
I think 3, huh?
Okay,
I guess,
so let me get to the
I don't
silly
know.
one.
Get to this thing.
If you were forced to and had no choice to, like, you had to sleep with an anthropomorphized non-human character from any video game,
Jesus Christ.
what would it be?
Oh,
What would it be?
my goodness. Son of a bitch, there's so many.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ, dude. I don't even have to say that.
I mean, half the chicks in Paladins, Laura Croft, Tifa.
Yeah, but Lara Croft was human. I said a non-human anthropomorphized character, so like something that was like animal-based or object-based.
Okay.
That you could, you know what I mean?
Shit.
That's so rowdy, man.
Let me think about it.
I don't know. What about that chick on a new Mortal Kombat with like fucking 6 arms or whatever the fuck she's got going on there? It's like, she looks weird, but it's like if you bang her enough, she protects you. And you're good with that.
I'll take it.
All
Like,
right.
she's got so many arms, like who's gonna beat her up? You know what I mean? I
What
like
about She-Hulk? Because she got some legs on her. I'd fuck the shit out of She-Hulk.
She'd break your dick off.
Right? Like, she would beat me into the ground and I'd be fine
Dude,
with
you
that.
As funny as that answer is, She-Hulk is human most of the time.
Well, but she's green.
She goes green.
Just accept it.
All right, I'll accept it. My answer would be from the original Clay Fighter, the Blob,
Oh, jeez.
because it was just a pile of putty that could take any shape it wanted. So it's like, you know what, if this has to happen, let me find my best case scenario and see if the Blob would recreate it. You know?
Clever. Oh. I feel like my third question isn't good enough now. I'm gonna flip the script. All right. If you were gay, what male character in gaming would you fuck?
Young Dante from DMC.
Damn.
Dude, yeah, that's a great answer. I don't know if I have a better one. That
Cloud
just
Strike.
makes sense.
I just liked him as a character and shit. Like, he wasn't a bad looking dude. You know what I
No, he
mean?
wasn't. He
It's the
wasn't.
hair.
Gotta
It's the
be
hair,
yeah,
man. It made
the hair was
sense.
good.
Like,
The
you
hair was
kind of
good.
pretend some soft features and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll let Cloud Strife bone me, just because he's Cloud. You know,
He seems like he'd have a really edgy penis.
real edgy and real like boxy. You know, it's like, dude, my asshole's round. It's not a box. You know. Yeah, so that's my question. Damn you, Paul! No. That was a great question, man.
Yeah, it
Holy
really was.
shit. Good job, Paul. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I still don't know how to answer that. Like, I'm trying to think of one. I don't know. I don't like have a good reason why.
'Cause I had trouble coming up with an answer for it, like, when I thought of the question. Because I was sitting there, I was like, Babs Bunny, not in a video game. Like,
Yeah, that's right. She's not in a video game, huh?
I don't think so.
Holy shit! Whoa.
But I was just like, all the, like, the like sexy cartoon character things popped in my head. I was like, none of these are from video games. They're all from like Looney Tunes or some shit like that.
Well, what about? No, that's not right. Hold on. Damn it, good dude. I'm gonna have to ask. Can I answer mine like next episode, like a real one, like next episode? Because I gotta think about this for a while, man. Holy shit! Wow. So we done with questions, yeah?
Yeah,
seems that way.
I feel like I'll have an answer for it as well because I don't know. Like I wasn't prepared for that at all, man.
Y'all just gonna let me say I'd fuck the Blob from Clay Fighter, and y'all gonna leave it alone like that? I'm just on my own with this one, right? Okay.
It's a motherfucking cliffhanger, y'all.
Well, no,
okay.
I was going with the male character one.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he was still worrying about the male character.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like. Maybe like Redfield, like fuck it if you're gonna do it,
got
go
them
big.
biceps. Boy's got them biceps.
Like he can protect you.
You know what's funny is after I said the DMC dude, I thought Leon, and I was like, oh, it's the same guy.
Leon's cute.
Yeah,
He's a cute
basically.
It's the same guy.
Just different color hair.
One of them can jump real high and do devil shit, and
one of them's got like good headshots. Like one of them hits like 100% headshots all the time. Like if you ever watch those,
looks like Leonardo DiCaprio.
If you ever watch the CGI movies, the ones with Leon in it, like he just headshots everyone, dude. He looks like fucking John Wick in there, dude. He just goes in and just lands headshots. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Man, I had fun. We had to do this again.
Indeed.
That was fun, man.
On some serious gaming
news. It got weird at the
end,
man.
It got
I loved it. They're like, what a fucking odd question. That's tremendous.
It got weird and unexpected, I tell you that much.
Yeah.
On some real gaming shit, though, Anthem got pushed back.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
You go ahead.
At this point, I'm cool with that. Like, because the little thing I read said it was they didn't want to fall into the trap of Destiny 2 and Battlefront 2 or something like that. And it's like, you know what? Both of those games did dumb shit that I did not like at all.
I agree.
So if that's the way they were going and they said, you know what, we're not going to put the game out because this is the way it is right now, like, good for them.
Yeah.
Because I was excited about it, so don't release some garbage to me. Like, take a step back. And
I agree.
Yeah, if they're doing it to put out a complete game, it's like take the time you need.
Yeah, please.
Because it's one of those things. It's like be the example.
Yeah.
Like watch how well this is gonna do because they gave us like a great game that was completed and it had everything we needed for $65.
Yep.
You know.
The industry needs that right now.
But you know, if they do well with it, and I think it's one of those things people might just follow it just because of what it is, because people are tired of this shit, man. Yeah. You know, like how long could it continue? I love it. Yeah,
I'm perfectly okay with it. I mean, I haven't seen much from Anthem, so I'm really not too excited to get it, right away. Take your time. I mean, what I've seen, it looks beautiful. It looks great.
Yeah, it does. It looks really fun.
Take your time. Shit.
And there's plenty of titles slated to come out within the next few months anyway. So it's like, take your time.
Right.
We're going to be taken care of.
Right.
Yeah, that too. I mean, we've talked about it before. Like, it looks like a good year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's cool, man. Like, there's always something going to be there.
See, in 2019.
I feel like throughout the year, we're going to get, like, some really good titles. So it's like, whatever, man.
Yeah,
we'll be occupied and we'll get a better game.
I hope this year is very impressive, and I think it will be. I really do.
I do, too. I'm excited.
Before we go, Shane, what you been going on, baby?
Paladins. I've been doing Paladins, when I can, and then I downloaded Far Cry 3. It was on sale. And I just been kind of like chipping away at that. Whenever I feel like it, just jump in, like knock out a couple missions, and then, whatever I'm doing. But nothing much. But I'm doing Immortal Redneck tomorrow. Like I already purchased it. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow it releases. So
that looks fun.
Yeah, it looks.
So by this time this comes out, it should already have been released. But...
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's true. I forgot we're early.
We're a little early.
But yeah, I'm excited about it. So I guess I should have a stream up by then.
Should you? Paul, what you gaming on?
I also downloaded Far Cry 3, and I put like the day I found the sale. But this week I haven't touched my video game consoles at all. It's been a crazy week, man. But on my phone at work, I've been playing a lot of the Family Guy remake of Candy Crush, where you're like,
awesome.
There's funny interstitials between the fucking sections and everything like that, and like instead of candy, it's like booze. Like Peter's running a booze truck that he's selling illegal alcohol to people on the streets out of an ice cream truck and stuff like. So they keep it interesting between the levels.
What level are you?
A lot. I don't know.
I'm level a lot.
No.
Brilliant.
I'm like 300 something levels, if not more than that. Might be 600. I don't know. It's a lot.
Just like Shane, I've been on Paladins every chance I get to play. I'm on Paladins. I think it's great.
Dude, I know. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
It's 100% free, unless you want, cosmetics, be pretty and shit. But it's 100% free. I'm digging the shit out of it.
I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would because I hated Overwatch, and this is basically the same game, but I enjoyed this one better somehow.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job with the characters. I was just say that, like everybody's very different. They all kind of have their own things, and there's so many to choose from.
Right.
And I feel like no matter how you like to play, like they have something that really like fits your style.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, if it's free, get it.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's one of those games that at some point I feel like I'm just gonna throw some cash that way, like, and maybe here and there, dude. As long as like it's an awesome format, like fuck it, man. Like here's some dough, you deserve it.
They deserve it. They knocked it out the park.
Like I was thinking about buying the character pack, but I'm like, man, I'll chip away right now because it's also one of those things. Like I like to find a few characters that I like for kind of each game mode. Like there's certain characters I really like for deathmatch, and then as far as like the what do you call it, the siege. It's like when you're doing the siege, like I don't find those characters. I don't find they work as well. So I'm trying to get like maybe like 6 characters that I really like, and then just settle in and really level those guys up.
The thing is, the way that game is set up to where you can earn new characters and stuff like that, that almost makes me not ever want to give them money. Specifically because if I could just buy the characters, I'll get bombarded by too many different play styles, and eventually so if I have to sit there and learn one thing and get good enough to run through a bunch of games so that I can get something new and try that, it's making me learn the characters.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a better experience out of it.
Solid format.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Yeah. I was showing it to my brother earlier, and he
I
got
do
really
think they
excited
deserve to
about
make
it.
some money. Like, I do think that company deserves to make some money
and
for the game, but it's
and
like,
they are.
I mean, I just kind of look at it as a donation, man. It's like, I got it for free. It's like, I have no issues giving you some money.
No.
And then, you still get shit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know me, and I'd buy a character pack and then want to play one round with each of those characters, get good at none of them, then be like, oh, this game sucks now. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you just get burnt out.
Making me earn the characters is making me want to find a character I'm good with and keep playing it. So,
the cool thing is, like, we're playing as a team, so all of us are kind of developing characters that we feel like would work together.
Yeah.
We can actually, like, build that full team. Yeah. So, like, somebody's going to have healing abilities, and somebody's just going to be, like, straight berserker style, and, get a sniper up there somewhere. It's like you can build a cool team and kind of play the way that you want to play. Yeah, I love it, man. I think we're going to be playing that a lot.
Yeah.
I intend on streaming that a lot.
Yeah. I was just about to say we're going to be streaming Paladins a shit ton. Make sure to check out our Twitch page at a Savage Gaming Experiment. We hit up live streams every now and again, and we also stream off of that on a daily basis, really. Also on YouTube, everything that we stream from a Savage Gaming Experiment and from my and Paul's personal Twitch accounts goes straight up to YouTube at a Savage Gaming Experiment, and like us on Facebook as well, a Savage Gaming Experiment.
And our personal profiles on Twitch, a Savage Kev, a Savage Paul, a Savage Shane. So if you don't want to wait for our content to come out on YouTube, sign up for our Twitch accounts and follow us, and then you'll get a notification every time we go live.
Yeah.
It helps us out and helps you out too. It gives you entertainment.
All right. Later, guys.
Later.